Sean Dyche has been sacked. What's your reaction?
Absolutely gutted, to be honest with you. I think, what he's done for the club in terms of taking us to Europe, into the Premier League for, I think, 7 seasons. I'm just on my way down to London for the weekend and to watch the game on Sunday, and I'm not sure what the reaction will be, but I suspect there'll be a lot of support for Dyche. And unless they've got a clear plan on who they're bringing in and that person's of a higher calibre, then it makes absolutely no sense to me.
Yeah. What have you made about... I mean, we all look back in the past, Matthew, and we all got to be judged by both the past and the present, and everyone's always going to be in a territory of, OK, what have you done for me lately? What's the kind of feeling about Sean now? I mean, I was hearing some disquiet from certain Burnley fans that were thinking tactically he wasn't making great decisions, the team wasn't responding at times. Am I right or am I wrong? Is it still all hands behind Sean Dyche, or were there questions beginning to emerge?
No. Yeah, it's not all hands behind Sean Dyche, but certainly the majority of fans are still behind him. You will get some dissenting voices. And this season's not been great, but I think there's also got to be an air of realism. If you look at other clubs in the past, such as Charlton, West Ham, for example, that we're playing this weekend, they went down. They can get a sense that they should be better than where they are. And I think realistically, you look at Burnley, you look at the budget, you look at the fan base, you look at the ability of the squad, and really, I'm not sure what we're expecting.
Do you worry, Matthew? Do you worry? I've been very critical of the way Pace has bought this football club and loaded it with debt and used other people's money to repay it. And do you worry that if it drops out of the Premier League into the Championship, teams like Swansea have gone down, stayed down, other teams like Sheffield Wednesday have gone down and never come back up again, Nottingham Forest being case in point. Do you worry for your club?
I do, and I think, and I'm not being defeatist, but if we did get relegated, who's better to bring us back up?
Than Sean, yeah.
You mentioned Sam Allardyce before. I mean, if he comes to the club, I'm cancelling the renewal of my season ticket. The only possible benefit is if we get a young, upcoming manager who perhaps plays a more attractive style. But again, that's dangerous because we're Burnley. Our identity is about being pragmatic and about being stoic. And people say it's not the best football to watch, but we're a Premier League club and we're punching above our weight.
Yeah, Matthew, thank you so much for taking time out to call. Matthew's sentiments being echoed by so many Burnley fans. There's Louis. This is a terrible decision. Burnley have been overachieving in the Premier League in the first place. If they go down, Sean Dyche would have been the man to bring them straight back up. He's done it Chris, good morning. Big Burnley fan. What's your take on this?
Flabbergasted again. Just absolutely shocked. There's no need for it right now. It's the wrong time to sack him. It's the wrong time.
You sound very emotional about this. You sound quite cut up, annoyed as well.
I'm a bit annoyed because look, there's so many games to go, and so few games to go, and they come out with that now. And we're going to West Ham on Sunday, and I can't see us doing anything now. I think it'll just rip the heart and soul out the club again.
Are you accepting relegation virtually, Chris?
Well, I hope not.
No, of course, mate. Of course. Of course.
I mean, it's just this has come from years of not backing the manager, not buying the players, not putting the money up, and not getting the players we need. This is not Sean Dyche's fault. Sean Dyche is the man that could have took us back up if we went down, but he probably had the best chance of keeping us in this league. Regardless.
Chris, well said, Chris. Thank you for your call. John, another Burnley fan. Burnley are now 100% down. This is a ridiculous decision. Everton, you can celebrate now. Martin, I'll come to you in a second. Somebody closest has said to Sean, has been in touch with me. He is disappointed to say the least, but the inference being this has been coming. Don't worry about it. It's been coming. Adam, a big Burnley fan. Adam, good morning.
Morning.
So what's your take on it? Are you surprised?
Well, I think I might have some breaking news for you. 2 weeks ago, me and my dad went to get my little boy a football shirt, my newborn. We saw Sam Allardyce in Tesco Express, and my dad did say to me, I wonder what he's doing here. Well, I think it makes a bit of sense now, but I hope that's not the case. I don't know why they've done it. I don't think these Americans understand Burnley. You've been saying, they put us in a load of debt. This isn't how Burnley do business. We've robbed the Premier League for years and years and years doing football the Burnley way. We've had hundreds of millions of pounds out of it, and what they've done, these Americans, put us in debt. We're not stable anymore because we don't even own the club. It's just shocking what they've done to Sean Dyche. What is he supposed to do? With the finances he's been given, what is he supposed to do? He's done the best he can. He made Joey Barton in the Championship look like a world beater. We went 23 undefeated, which I've never seen Burnley do that before. I'm gutted.
Yeah, we can hear that. We can hear that, Adam. Adam, listen, thank you so much for taking time out to call us. He says he saw Big Sam recently. I remember a transfer deadline day, somebody said to me, I've just seen Kaká at Seven Sisters Station. He's definitely joining Tottenham. I don't remember that happening, but we'll see what happens. I mean, Sam Allardyce is surely a name in the frame.
Sam was buying Easter eggs, wasn't he? Same as where at Tesco Express, where Simon bought your Easter eggs this morning.
Marks and Spencer's, I bought them from, not Tesco Express. That's where you get your clothes from, Martin.
The caller with all heart and goodwill trying to give us some information there. Who's to say it doesn't happen?
You can tell that the fans are so much behind the manager. The finger isn't on the pulse really from the owners. Perhaps they've got some vision of an amazing manager that's going to come in and rescue Burnley. I don't see it. I do feel though that some realism is that in terms of a product, watching Burnley play, it's gone downhill an awful lot this season. And I think Sean Dyche would have looked at that and thought, okay, that's a body of work over 9-10 years. And at times people are not able to make sort of basic passing decisions. I think they got really caught up this year in the results business. It's become almost too much for them. There's been an awful lot. There's still been an opportunity until that Norwich game. You could still say now that there's Watford in amongst their fixture list. But looking at the fixture list, West Ham this week, Southampton, Wolves.
Yeah.
They've got Villa to come, Spurs.
There,
these are all tricky, but there's still that fighting chance. 8 games to go, and I'd have given it to Sean Dyche.
Sure. Huge number of you watching on YouTube and Facebook, all of you now engrossed in your own conversation, similar to the conversation we're having, of course. I'm seeing the usual movers and shakers, Ben Powell, Adam Johnston, Boyd Crowther, all of you discussing the sacking this morning of Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche has now gone from Burnley, and of course we're all over this. We shall see if they make a fairly swift appointment, the man to replace Sean Dyche. Who will it be? Big Sam is being mentioned. Is he really? Is he a credible replacement for Sean Dyche? Certainly in my book he would be, in view of what he's done in the past. But we will keep our finger on the pulse here at talkSPORT. We're right across it. In the morning, on this Good Friday morning, the Burnley have sacked Sean Dyche.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.